Hi Cancer, welcome to your August 2021 general reading. Thanks for joining me. My name is Michelle and this is for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. General reading today, love, career, finances, life in general. We'll see what pops up for you. Cancer, for my beautiful water sign, Cancerians. Okay, devil keeps wanting to pop out here. He does. Could be somebody around you, Cancer. Let's see. I'm going to put down the tarot. And then I will also use some oracle cards here today. So let's see. We'll start with you, the overall theme. Any goal that you would like to achieve, an obstacle that you could face this month, an accomplishment, what you should try to avoid, what you should try to embrace. We'll take a look at your supporting energy and any advice there as well. Cancer, let's take a look. I'm going to put down a base layer of oracles as well here. So let's take a look. For my beautiful Cancerians, for the month of August 2021, messages for Cancer, general messages for Cancer. What does Cancer need to hear? General messages for Cancer, please. General messages for Cancer. Okay, let's take a look here. For my Cancerians for the month of August. And I also want to pull out your overall energy from this deck here using the Twin Tarot Oracle. General energy of Cancer. What is the general energy around Cancer, please? Cancer, for the month of August, the general energy around Cancer. Cancer, general energy around Cancer, please, for the month of August. Okay, we've got the Hanged Man here. He's come up in his shadow side. I also want to take a look at the overall theme for the month for Cancer. Let's take a look at your overall theme. The overall theme of the month for Cancerians, please. For the month of August, the overall theme. Wide open spaces. All right, wide open spaces. You could have your eye on moving out of a situation that feels confining or restrictive in some way. You're looking at furthering yourself in many ways. It could be physically, of course, moving, travel, but it doesn't have to be. It could be furthering your quest for knowledge. Okay, so let's see at the supporting energy for this reading for Cancer. Wonders, yes. I do feel that you're starting to look at the world here outside of your particular place, your particular situation. You could be desiring to see more of the world or experience more of the world. Now, I also want to get an energy for you to integrate, something that perhaps you could potentially work on in the month of August for my Cancerians. Okay. All right, we've got breaking addiction. Now, of course, that doesn't have to mean addiction to how we normally think of that as substances or alcohol or anything like that. It could be an addiction to many things. It could be an addiction to needing things to stay the same. It could be an addiction to, I get for some of you, like the internet or looking at the internet. I get that for some of you. To break free of looking at the world in a very insular kind of way. Okay, let's see where this is going, Cancer. All right. Breaking free from addiction. To answer the call. The time is now. It feels like you've sat, I get sitting alone here, Cancer, for some of you. I get more of a solitary kind of energy. There is a knock at the door. It's Spirit calling you to experience more in your life, Cancer. It wants you to break out, to break free of this more solitary kind of energy. It feels like it's been a necessary pause, something that you had to go through after a particularly difficult breakup, an ending. Some of you may have lost a job. It doesn't have to be losing a relationship. But whatever you lost there, it was something that was, of course, of value at some point. And so you've had to take this time, but it's now starting to feel quite uncomfortable, this solitary energy. So I do feel that you're wanting to get out, you're wanting to experience more, you're wanting to overcome. I get overcoming the difficulties of this harsh ending that sometime in the past now. I feel that you've had a long break here in between relationships. Some of you may have had something that was more transient in nature. For some of you it was a job. You left a job you loved, but or had to leave a job you loved. You may have lost a business, and you've gone for something that you kind of had to do, of course, to make ends meet, to pay the bills. And now there's an energy here of wanting to do more, Cancer, wanting to do something that connects more with your authentic self. Okay, so many things that I'm seeing around you. The most important thing is getting yourself out of this feeling of just going through the motions. Okay, the overall theme of the month. With the Eight of Cups, I do see this as wanting to move on. With this wide open energy, this man here, he's heading up into what looks like, in this particular card, the mountains. He's heading towards the moon. So he's not exactly sure where he's going in this particular card, but when we have the card of holding the course here, staying focused, it feels like a dot in the distance. It's something that you may not be able to get to immediately. I get more of a long focused journey here. Okay, staying focused on the journey ahead, what lies ahead, quite far off in the distance. I get it as a healing energy. It feels like following your heart, following your bliss, leaving behind anything that is just kind of okay, spinning your wheels. Again, I get it's something that you did after having to leave something that you felt a heart connection to, whether it was a job or a relationship. You're now really wanting to, I feel there's a sense of readiness here, a sense of readiness to move on to something that once again pulls at the heartstrings, whether that be relationship or job or place. Cancer, what you want to achieve here is this beautiful Page of Wands and great adventure. I get a delay here, a small delay, but I do feel that you want to take a risk. This is all about play, adventure, travel, getting that enthusiasm back for life. I feel like Cancer, you felt quite low with this Hanged Man. You felt like things were out of your control. You felt like your hands were tied. For some of you, you felt like money was just not easy to hold on to. I get it would come in and then you'd have to pay the bills. It would be gone again. And it's not like you were spending things on frivolously on. No, I feel the majority of it was basic needs. So I do feel that you haven't been in a position to take much risk. or to go on adventures, but this is what you want to do. You want to travel. For some of you Cancerians, you may have a fire sign. Could be Sagittarius, of course, which is a sign of travel, philosophy, higher learning. Certainly someone who would be willing to go on adventures with you, Cancer, so it could be that. Some of you might be wanting to go on a cruise even. We've got this boat. Adventures on the high seas. Let's see. An obstacle. We've got the Four of Cups in reverse and choosing your path. Yes, I do feel like there has been an energy of being stuck in a dark emotional place. For some of you, there may have been, during this particular time, something that you were doing, addictive in nature, that you did as a coping mechanism. This is not for everyone, of course, but for some of you, because we do have breaking addiction, it may be that something that happened whenever we go through really difficult times and something that feels, you may have felt particularly, there may have been a third party in the past. If it was a relationship, I feel like it ended very badly and you were on the receiving end of some particularly harsh energy from this person. If it was a business or a job, it feels like it left you not really knowing what you wanted to do, feeling quite lost, feeling like you were wandering in the desert there, trying to find your motivation again. Yeah. I feel for a lot of you Cancerians, you had started to give up hope. There was a loss of optimism. But I do feel that something around you is giving you a reason to be motivated, a reason. That's what you need. I feel like you need a little bit of extra motivation here, just something to look forward to, really, that will help you. You know, I'm not saying that this is the path for you, but it's a nice adventure. It could help you find your path again. It could help you see the future a different way. Cancer. Okay, let's see. Beautiful. We've got the Six of Wands and uncovering treasure. Ooh, yeah. Are you going on a cruise to the Caribbean, Cancer? Because you could come across lost treasure here. I'm getting Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know why. I've suddenly got this picture of Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow there on the boat. And he's out there, he's on the high seas, he's uncovering treasure. Goodness. It feels a bit like that. I mean, it sounds a bit bizarre, but that's the message I'm getting. Especially with this card of wonders. Some of you, I mean, I don't mean literally treasure, of course. Treasure. Well, treasure is, well, to be quite honest, Cancer, I feel it's this path. Finding your path, and it's going to feel wondrous. It is a little bit like opening up a treasure chest and finding a whole bunch of jewels. It feels like winning. It feels like hitting the jackpot. It's exciting. I feel like there's going to be something happening here that's very exciting and gives you a reason to be motivated again. Okay. Something to avoid. We do have the King of Wands here. And, okay. What you're trying to avoid. Okay. Just a little bit of a red flag that I'm picking up around this. We have the card of grace and gratitude. Through joy, or rather through gratitude, joy expands. Yeah, I feel that this is the energy that it feels a little bit like wanting the treasure without doing the work for it. Like happening upon treasure without doing the work. Well, you know what they say about things that come by easily. They also tend to disappear quite easily. So I feel that if this is something that you have in your life, something that has seemingly come out of nowhere, Spirit is asking that you please be grateful for it, to show gratitude towards the gift, because this feels like a gift. If you don't, Spirit is giving you a warning that it may pass through your fingers very easily. Yes. Okay, let's see. Cancer. Something to embrace. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Well, yes, it is that escape. Following your bliss. Navigating by the stars. Getting out. Yeah, I get this as an energy of escaping. Gaining freedom from an atmosphere that has felt very cloistered, very clinging. I get like it feels like a very small space. Now it could be where you're living, it could be a small space. For others of you, it's like a small town, something that's felt quite restrictive, somewhere that you've been all your life, for a very long period of time. This feels like getting out of that, expanding. We've got this card of wide open here. And I want to talk about that for a moment, Cancer. Yeah, being free to express who you are, your uniqueness to the world. Sharing in all the bounty. There's that word again. Pirates. The bounty of life's endless possibilities. There's an opportunity that's coming to you here, Cancer. You can truly manifest your dreams. You can. But you're being asked not to remain in this small or contracted thinking. Instead, you're being asked to expand your horizons beyond what you believe to be your limitations. Yes, and I see that here with these cards. You have a unique voice that needs to be expressed in the world, and the universe is supportive of your new ideas, approaches. So speak up, speak out, and get yourself out there, Cancer. It's the sign of the maverick who freely roams the wide open space of possibility. It's allowing for a greater vision to replace any old ideas as you dream the grander dream. Yes, yes. There is an energy here of needing to avoid any feelings of envy, jealousy, or possessiveness. If you cling, if you hold on, if you don't let, that's the thing. In order to manifest this fully, I feel that you have to hold on loosely to it. Take the opportunity, be grateful for it, but then let it expand, let it grow. Don't try to trap it, don't try to force it to be anything else other than it is, because this is a gift. If this is a relationship coming in, an example is if you are with someone who has a great sense of adventure, a wonderful spirit who allows you your freedom to be who you are, and you try to force them into living small, or take away their freedom, try to restrict them in some way. Spirit is asking you not to do that. It's really asking you to embrace the freedom, embrace the lesson of living free, whatever that means to you. Now let's see. We have the moon in reverse here and the gates of triumph. Yeah, for a long time I feel that the journey ahead looked a little bit bleak, Cancer. You were uncertain of where you were going, feeling quite lost, feeling quite dark. You felt like you were not able to achieve. Well, at one point you did. Spirit is saying at one point you did, but something happened here to throw you off course, to cause you to lose focus. You strayed from the path. You went down a road here of darkness. For some of you there was addiction, and I want to talk about that for a moment if I can. This card of breaking addiction won't be for everyone, of course, but all habits are an attempt to suppress uneasy, undesired feelings by using outside means to alter one's mood. Now, on deeper levels, negative habits are trying to direct you towards a search for spirit. A negative habit first occurs when your body weakens. And the longer you entertain the negative habit, then the more it becomes an addiction. So whatever it is to food, alcohol, coffee, drugs, drama, criticism, worrying about anything really, perhaps even spending more money than you have, focusing on lack, it's time to gain back this sense of autonomy. Whenever we have an addiction, it means that we are no longer in control of our full manifestation abilities. Something else is controlling us. And Spirit is asking you here to look at what that might be, to recognize that you are stronger than whatever this addiction is, that you do have the power to overcome it, that you can rebuild your inner strength and your self-belief. Now, how do you do that? Well, some of you may need help. I mean, for those of you where this is a particularly health-related addiction, for others of you where it's not that big, you can set a small, easily achievable goal when it comes to whatever it is. Like, let's just use the coffee example. Instead of having 4 cups of coffee, cut your consumption down to 2, and then gradually, cut down with a view to stopping here. It's crucial. And every time you hit that target, you build the confidence that you can do this. Next time you can build a higher target. But don't set the bar too high, because if you do that and you don't reach it, then you could fall back into a state of mind of feeling like you can't do it. What is your addiction masking? When you detect the feeling or mood that you've been avoiding, then you have to meet it, give it form. Be compassionate with that emerging part of yourself. Give yourself a hug. Yeah, I feel that for a lot of you, the answer is in self-compassion. Something here that, I do get a sense here of feeling loss of control. This is for some of you, I am getting a strong energy that this addiction, if it's really one of the bad ones, could possibly lead to something very harmful, health related. So the timing is right, the timing is now to break this. It's a very strong message from Spirit there for somebody that needs to hear that. And this is a gift from Spirit coming in here in order for someone to start the cleansing process, detoxifying, giving them a reason to. I feel that this is a Cancerian that needs that reason. Yes. Advice, here we have the World card, which again could be travel, and infinite abundance, yes. For a long time, Cancer, it seems like things have been looking down for you. You have thought of the world as a place of lack. You have thought of your circumstances as lacking. You've been looking around at your life, where you live, your relationships, and everything looked like it was lacking in some way. This is a change of mindset. This is changing that mindset to one of self-belief again. Believing in the world outside of yourself as well. Starting to see the world as full of opportunities, fruits that are ripe for the picking. But healthy fruit, guys, healthy fruit. Not, I'm not talking about going out here and seeing... Well, what am I trying to convey there? It feels like some of you may have had overindulgence, but what was abundant was things that were, let's just say, not healthy. It could have been dealing with people who were not healthy for you. Could have been these addictions as well, maybe a combination of the two, and doing things that are unhealthy. This feels like seeing the world from a healthy set of eyes with clear vision. Yes, and for some of you this is about expanding your view of the world too. I was getting that energy of someone who had viewed their world as very limited. And this is about looking at things from a wider perspective. If you're not happy with the place where you're living, this is about finding a new place. This is about, for some of you, it's physically moving to a bigger place, somewhere where there's more opportunity, more options. Could be a place in the world that you want to experience. Somewhere where you want to move to, somewhere where you want to live for a while. Something like that. Yes. Now, with the Hanged Man coming up there in the darker energy, let's pull him out for a moment. With this guy here, he's a difficult energy because it can mean feeling very uncomfortable, lonely, frustrated, a lot of indecision. But through this period of time, it was necessary, I feel, in order to have long-term gain. You know, it's a little bit like that short-term pain for long-term gain. Something that had to be found uncomfortably. Yes, painful realizations made through being very uncomfortable. I'm picking this up as adversity, experiencing a lot of adversity. It feels like being humbled as well. And that's also what I'm getting here, guys. To hold on to that humility, to hold on to that feeling. It's something here that had to be learned about ego and humility for some of you Cancerians. It feels a little bit like getting knocked off your pedestal, having to rebuild your life. There's something to be gained from that. And it's about being grateful for when the opportunities are given to you. Yes. Yes, there's a strong message here for some of you Cancerians, not all of you, that this is a lesson about humility and gaining. Reward for going through adversity, but it has to be done without expectation. Okay. It's something that is given from the universe as a reward for learning the lesson. Okay. Yeah, if that lesson isn't learned, guys, I feel like this could be one of those difficult things where someone has to go and repeat the cycle again in order to learn the lesson. And I feel that this is what this staying focused is about for a lot of you Cancerians. Is to, okay, things seem to be moving in a more positive direction, but you have to maintain the course, stay focused. That's the lesson here. Stay focused, maintain the course. Let's see, I want to get a card from this deck here. Message for Cancer. Yeah, the treasure will remain if you are humble and stay focused on the course. If you get off track here and start letting the ego take over again, I do feel that this could be another harsh lesson here, guys, okay? It all depends on humility. I keep getting that. Treasure will be given and treasure will stay with those who are humble, who have that energy of abundance, who don't try to restrict this energy, who don't try to control it, who don't come at it from a place of entitlement. Those Cancerians will be able to break free of a negative addiction, a time of adversity. For those that try to control this, try to restrict this energy, and let their ego get carried away with it, I see this as being something that could potentially slip through their fingers. Okay. All right, so just a little bit of a warning there, but that's what Spirit is saying, guys. Yeah, this is like the light at the end of the tunnel, but there's still something here that this Cancerian has to show in order to get that treasure. Okay, yes, it has something to do with ego. All right, let's see. Message here for Cancer. What does Cancer need to hear? A negative attitude will not be rewarded. A positive attitude, showing gratitude, recognizing that they still need work, will be rewarded. Okay, let's see. The message here for Cancer for August, please. Okay, whoa. Autumn. Okay, so if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, I feel like this is going to be something that bears fruit in autumn. Okay, so some of you may be planning a trip for September, October, November. For those of you who are in the Southern Hemisphere, take it as it resonates, your particular time of the year here, the autumn time. Autumn is all about abundance and reaping what you sow. So the time is now to clear yourself of any negative energy, to clear yourself of any toxic influences, substances, people from your life. If you can do that, I see autumn will be a time for you of abundance. So that's something here that is giving you the motivation to do a cleanse, to clear your energy, to clear your body, your mind, your spirit. And then look what's waiting. Yeah, reap what you sow, reap what you sow. But if you stay in this addictive pattern right now, then I feel that this has a, well, it may not be there, you know. So that's what Spirit is asking you to do. Cancer, very specific message for you guys this month. I'm going to leave it there and wish you all the very best. If you'd like a personal reading, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com, or you can go to my Etsy shop. The link is down below. Cancer, please do take a moment to press that thumbs up button if you're enjoying these readings and you're getting something out of them. And leave me a comment. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Even if it's just, hey, Michelle, you know, any comment is a great way to interact with my channel. So I'm appreciative of that. If you are a newcomer, I'd love to have you subscribe. Please do consider hitting that notification bell. Cancer, I'm going to leave it there and wish you all the very best with this. Please do take care and bye for now.